Welcome back to another episode of Money Buys Happiness, presented and powered by Bulldog. Yo, we got a highly requested guest, Celina Smith. You might know her as SteveWillDoIt's girlfriend. We know her as Celina Smith.
We got into one. OnlyFans talk, relationship talk, Steve talk. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. I'm just gonna leave it at that, alright? Guys, tune in. Banger episode. Once again, powered by Bulldog. Let's get into this.
They know that I go flip mode when I bust the rhymes. Man's on a different thing, man, I told him 100 times. I did a bunch of crimes, and none of them were done for the vine. So you can take that bullshit and stick that where the sun don't shine. The summer's up, it's about to get real cold. Late nights in the studio with the bros.
Cheers to an amazing podcast.
Cheers.
Yes, podcast coming right up.
Oof, okay.
Wow.
I need to take a deep breath for this one. That wasn't that bad, actually.
Sometimes
No chaser?
I don't know, like I'm
chaser's
actually
fuck,
okay.
bro.
I
Damn.
haven't even finished
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Chase. I gotta do it. All right, guys, listen. Welcome back to the MBH podcast.
We live?
Oh, we're live. Money buys happiness.
Thank you. Thank you for coming back to the show. Yo, shout out everyone that's been supporting us, showing us love. We've been everywhere, to be honest. We're on Snapchat, TikTok, snapping, and you guys are following us everywhere, just showing us love. So appreciate y'all. Even the merch, right?
Sold out.
Sold out. I see
Sold
people
out.
rocking it, tagging us. Make sure you tag us. More merch coming soon. You already know. But we got a big guest right now. All right.
Again, you guys are asking for it. We make it happen. Celina Smith, how are you?
I'm good. What's up, you guys? Thank you for having me.
No,
and
no,
your
thank
merch is super sick, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's is that like too formal? Do people call you like last name? Is it just like
Nah.
Selena?
I don't know. I mean, Celina Smith's dope.
Okay.
You can like search me on the YouTube.
Okay. Oh yes, YouTube. Speaking of that, which we'll get into that, but
We're in the
appreciate you
man
coming
cave
on.
right now, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. If you couldn't tell.
You guys are wondering where the fuck we are and why everything's so high class right now. We got a dinosaur behind us.
Yeah, we have baby sharks in that fish tank back there. We just got those.
Jesus
They're
Christ.
sleeping right now, but those are really sick.
Sharks need their sleep. Now we're here. We're drinking already. Pretty sure it's still the morning, kind of a little bit.
The last time you drank, we were in this same building.
I don't remember much, but we don't have to talk about that right now. But we just had a fucking little shot of tequila, okay? Nothing's going to happen. Thank you for the drink as well.
Of course.
Okay, so let's get into it, yeah?
Yeah, I think we want to start like, you know, we asked you before like cameras were on, like, have you ever been on a pod? Obviously, you've kind of been like on some with Steve, whatever, doing your own thing, but none like by yourself, essentially.
Yeah, I did one by myself, but I like to, like, it was a good experience, but I was on mushrooms.
We're going to talk about that too, by the way.
Yeah.
The mushrooms.
Which pod was that?
It was Raw Talk with Brad.
Okay,
Bradley
yes.
Martin.
At the round, it was like a round table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think
remember
you
that.
Oh,
all were on shrooms, right?
We were all on shrooms.
So it's okay. If everyone's on shrooms, it's fine.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good, but
Okay, well, welcome to your official first podcast.
Without shrooms.
Without shrooms.
thank you.
But I
I
think
wouldn't say sober, but we got no shrooms.
I think like maybe just a backstory. I think like a big question from everybody that we got a lot of was just like, if you're gonna introduce yourself, like how would you? Who are you? What you do? And kind of like we'll roll from there.
I like that.
I am Celina Smith. I grew up in Orlando, Florida. A lot of people know me as SteveWillDoIt's girlfriend. We grew up together. We started dating when I was 14 and he was like 15.
Okay.
And so we went all throughout high school, and then he moved to LA. So then I moved with him. And then I kind of just watched him grow and like learn to do it myself. But prior to all this, I was streaming on Twitch while I was like working at Hooters back
Okay.
home. And yeah, I kind of just like, I don't know. I've just been like following his lead, but
Yeah.
I just started a YouTube channel, so that's
Yep.
what I'm working on right now.
Oh, but you were Twitch streaming before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch for a really long time, and a lot of people don't know that. Like before I had done OnlyFans or anything else, when I was still living at my mom's house, I was streaming on Twitch.
Shit. Okay.
What, what are you doing on Twitch gaming?
Yeah, I play
Dope.
Fortnite.
Sick. I mean, we're new to the Twitch game. We're about to stream for the first time
Sunday
this
yeah.
weekend.
Oh my god.
So
you
we
guys
need
are
some
gonna love
tips.
it.
We're definitely going to need some tips on like how to grow an audience there, because it's different. It's a different platform, right? Completely.
It is, and like you'll get viewers that like don't know who you are. It's easy to come up on the Explore page because you don't need that many views to be on the Explore page. You can get like 400 viewers and you'll pop up.
That's what I was gonna say.
Damn.
Like, what made you decide Twitch? Like, what was the?
Because I didn't want to like work at Hooters as much as I was, and I really liked Fortnite, so I just decided to stream.
And were you making money at that time?
Yeah, I started making more money streaming than I was at Hooters, so I just like quit my job at Hooters and
That's always
kept
how it
streaming.
goes. That's always how it goes.
That's crazy.
You end up making more money on your side hustle. Switch it up.
What's like, if you don't mind me asking, what like how does that work? Like, because again, we're completely new to it.
Yeah.
The whole like making money on Twitch, like how the fuck does that even work? And roughly how much?
I thought it was like a lot of money at the time, but I was making like probably $3,000 a month off of like subscribers, and you can get tips.
Yeah.
You have to be like super consistent to like grow your fan base and make the money though.
Yeah, like get people like interested in like tuning in every week at a certain time type of thing.
Yeah, you can't stream like once a month. You
how
have to
often were you streaming?
I was streaming every single night, and I would even come home from
shit.
Hooters in my Hooters uniform and start streaming like at my mom's house.
And did you have a following on IG like prior to that?
No, I had like under 10,000 followers. I don't remember exactly how many, but no.
Damn.
Do people from like your audience from Twitch, do they come to Instagram too?
Yes.
That's sick.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
need that. That's
Okay.
good too.
And vice versa. I'm sure people from
Sure.
like IG were following you on
Mm-hmm.
Twitch. Interesting.
Damn.
What's the? I have to. You say Orlando, then you moved to LA from there.
Yeah.
Massive difference. I assume.
Yeah, it was a massive difference, but at the time I had moved, actually I moved into the Clout House with Steven, and
Nice.
I just like kept streaming there. But then when we had like officially moved and like Full Send had gotten their own house, it was right at the peak of the pandemic. So like I didn't get to experience LA how it is now. Like we didn't go out a single time. We were just traveling to like kind of get out. So
Were you kind of like taken back by just like that whole experience? Like obviously being in the Clout House and just like seeing what like Full Send was doing at the time, like completely different world, right?
Yeah, like starting off moving to the Clout House, which was like the most fucking insane house I've ever like even been in to this day.
sure.
Like that kind of warmed me up. By the time we like got into the Full Send house and I was living there, I was kind of just used to everything. It was
Yeah. Cameras all the time, like
yes, and like the house just not looking like a house. It was like
just
like,
shit everywhere. Like
yeah, it would look like a set all the time, or like just merch everywhere, and like so many people walking around. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You've kind of seen like obviously Steve's growth, but you've seen even like Full Send's growth.
yeah, it's insane.
How long has it been? Like what, 3-4 years maybe?
I've been
you've kind of seen it.
Yeah, I've been around them for like I think 4 years, 3-4 years.
That's crazy. You've seen a lot of like changes
Yeah.
happen, people, projects, stuff like that.
Yeah, like we were going on like Europe tours and like doing all this crazy shit, and like I've seen people like come in and come out, and it was interesting.
How was the traveling for you at the beginning? I mean, even now, because you guys are like you travel so much, obviously with Steve for the content.
Mm-hmm.
So how has that been for you? And like, what are like some memorable experiences you have from the traveling?
I remember like for some reason this just popped up into my head, but I remember like going to Europe for the first time, and I wasn't really like close with anyone or like very talkative at the time, and they like threw me in a skit with Nino, and I don't know why, but it's
Fucking Nino.
this just like popped in my head. But I remember they had thrown me in a skit with Nino, and me and Nino were like arguing over like who's getting Steven, because they had like this like relationship at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably the most memorable. And also, I used to bring Donald everywhere, so I enjoyed that. And we like had a Sprinter van. We would drive it all around the country. I'd bring Donald. So like all my memories are kind of just in the Sprinter van or in Europe, like doing a prank with them.
When you're traveling like that, like I mean, obviously, what a change in life, Orlando to now LA and traveling in general.
Yeah.
What's your family saying? What are your friends thinking? Like at this
Like
point?
as it's happening, yeah.
Yeah, like all my friends, honestly, this sounds shitty, but like a lot of my friends just kind of like stopped talking to me for a while.
What?
Yeah, like I went away and then I didn't really talk to like anyone for a while, and then my family's just my mom, and she's always just like, I hope you're okay, like update me, and we would talk every day, but like I don't know what anyone at home thinks.
It's the same shit though. Once you kind of choose your own way to go, your own path.
I was gonna say, what do you think it was? Do you think it was like you not wanting to talk to people, or was it people being like, oh, like she's quote unquote famous now, or like whatever?
No, I just feel like me and like some of my friends like couldn't relate anymore.
True.
because we were like, I was on the road and like seeing all these new things and like felt so busy, but like they were busy like going to work and school and stuff like that.
True.
So
do you still keep in touch with like anybody from Orlando?
Yeah, I have 3 like really good friends, but I've had a hard time like meeting new people. So I just talk to the same 3 people all the time, but I don't see them often because they're home and they're working. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Like, I think when you get to your point and you're in the public eye like that, and we've talked about this so many times before. Yeah. Like it's hard to know who to trust, who you can let in your circle, who's your friend, who's not your friend, and stuff like that. Have you had trouble with that as you've been growing, as you've been succeeding more and more?
Yeah, people act weird, and it's funny because before I had even like been doing anything for myself, like just I guess having Steven, it's like people start acting really funky. It's
like different, just moving different.
Yeah, like they only text you if they like need something or like I don't know.
That's fake.
How do you deal with that?
I don't like. I'm very good at like ghosting people. It's really fucked up. Like
the same shit.
Yeah, like I don't know why I'm like this, but like I've had 2 close friends that I've like hired and then they just like rub me the wrong way or I feel them taking advantage of me and I just like don't ever talk to them again. As soon as they're gone, I just like don't.
Straight cut, eh?
Yeah.
A couple people fucked up and now you just ghost people as they come.
Yeah, but it's people I had like grown up with for years and have always been like really tight with, and then as soon as they rub me the wrong way, I'm just like, it's not even.
But you've tried hiring like friends?
I have twice, and it just did not end well.
Not a good experience, eh?
No.
And in terms of Miami, you're saying like hard to meet new people. What do you find like the vibe is out here?
Like whenever I'm around girls, it's like girls that are coming over to like party with us, and so they're always like, I don't want to not sound like a girl's girl because I am, but they're always like obviously trying to like get with Steven's friends or like whatever, and it's just they're not there to like talk to me.
Yeah, you can't have like a normal conversation.
No.
It's good that you have that like awareness though, because people can be like fooled sometimes, and you know, like you can't really tell all the time when someone's trying to be genuine with you.
Yeah, like I'll like talk to them and be really nice, and we'll like exchange info or whatever, but then like they'll never hit me up again, and I'll never
unless
hit them
they
up
need
again.
to, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure people are probably intimidated.
That's true.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, listen. Like, like
for sure. No, I would tell you that for sure.
If like, let's just call it what it is. If you're a normal person and you're walking into like a fucking condo like this, you're probably a little bit intimidated. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, when you look at someone and someone has a certain amount of fame or a certain amount of following, there's that intimidation always. Do you feel that with people that you meet?
Maybe, but I feel like I'm a normal ass person. Like,
no, you're chill. You're super chill. But I mean, like, people just see what they see
imagine.
online, and then if they finally meet you, they're probably like, oh shit, like.
We have to remember, you see followers. Like people see like a follower count, and then it's just like
that's how they judge you.
No, I could probably imagine because like I remember when I had first moved to LA and I like didn't really have any followers, but I would see girls who have like 600,000 or whatever, and they're like doing all these skits. I'd be like, oh my god, if I was ever around them, that would be like so sick.
Yeah.
But then like I do end up meeting them, and it is so sick to be around them. But it's like they're just normal people.
Normal people. Yeah. I think
that's
the biggest thing. People always ask us like, oh, what's Kyle like? What's Steiny like? What are these people like? What's John like? And we're like, dude, they're just normal fucking people.
It's true. They're just like nice, dope, normal people.
Yeah, I think people get intimidated by that. And like with that, I was gonna ask like, do you ever get like notice people ever stop you on the streets here?
Yes, people, they only stop me. Like, Steven never gets to see it because when I'm walking around with Steven, they, like, stop him and people will be, like, shaking and, like, freaking out. But when I'm by myself, people do stop me. But if I'm with Steven, they're not going to be like, Selena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that, though. I want to talk about that. So how do you personally deal with that? And how did you put yourself in a position to be like, you know what? I'm with Steven right now. He's building up. He's growing right now. How do I make sure that, you know what, even if he's the face of what we're doing together, it's okay with me? Like, you know what? You have to kind of put your ego aside in situations like that.
Yeah, me and Steven are a team, and, like, I can't discredit him at all. Like, he has, like, helped me with everything. But, yeah, I don't know. I just look at us as a team.
Yeah. So you don't really care if they're coming in and saying, oh, hey, Steven, and you're there. You're just like, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm just chilling I'm just chilling.
Well, I'm sure you're just probably happy to see, like, if you remember where you came from at the end of the day, like the fact that people were coming up and asking for pictures, like even for us, like we were at like a Dallas Cowboys game.
That was crazy.
And like people coming up and asking us for pictures, and me and him were like, what the fuck?
I texted my mom right after that. I was like, Ma, you don't even believe what just happened.
Like,
someone's in Dallas, they want to take a picture with me.
Yeah, that's probably was sick.
Yeah, well, I mean, you
cool,
you get it too, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess like being around Steven also just like keeps me humble because he's like, everyone's like stupid. And yeah.
I'm curious, like, you say you moved to LA, you were kind of whatever, like, let's say 10,000 or less followers. When did your following start to like go crazy? Because like, well, you're like, what, half of? I mean, don't you have 2 accounts and like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Also,
Oh my
well,
gosh.
I'll ask what's the story with that. But first thing, when did like all these followers start coming? Because it's just been crazy growth.
Okay, so I had moved to LA. We were living in the Clout House. I still didn't have like a big following at all. But then we moved to the Full Send house. I started working with Full Send because like I needed something to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was gonna go to school to be like an esthetician or something, but then COVID came and so all the schools were shut down in California.
Yeah.
So I was looking for something to do. I was thinking about moving back home to Florida, but Steven was like, "No, like you can work with us. Like everything will be fine." So I like launched an OnlyFans, and then like Riley Reid and all these people like. I was in Shag Mag, which I'm not sure if that's a thing anymore, but
I know. Yeah, I've heard of that before.
What's Shag Mag? Let's tell the audience. that.
I think it's an online magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
But on like what? Like a hustler type of magazine?
yeah, it's kind of like it's like Playboy's sister.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ran by Julia Rose. I don't know if she does it anymore, but I remember that I was in Shag Mag because I had launched my OnlyFans, and she was like, "I want you on Shag Mag. It's just topless."
Yeah.
And oh my God, like my Instagram was going crazy. I think I gained like 300,000 followers from doing that.
Jesus
Yo,
Christ.
bro, call Shag Mag.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm about to hop on Shag Mag.
I'm gonna put you on Shag Mag, bro.
Dude, please.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I think that I had grown 300,000 from doing that, and then I met
crazy.
Riley Reid. Kyle had introduced me to Riley Reid. We collabed so many times because we got along really well, and that helped my following. Obviously, like being with Steven all the time helped my following, and I was in a few Nelk videos, and yeah.
Yeah. A couple Nug videos will do it for you straight up.
So okay, we're gonna talk about the OnlyFans a bit because we have to talk about it. Okay.
There's a lot of questions.
How did that start for you, and are you still doing it? And how does it work in terms of OnlyFans for our audience? We have a lot of listeners that might want to start an OnlyFans, right?
Hey, listen.
That's what I've heard though.
We got a lot of
People
questions
mess-
about it. We got a lot
Okay.
of questions about it.
So in terms of OnlyFans, how has your experience been with that? And do you think, this is also another question, do you think that having an OnlyFans will affect the way people look at you moving forward? This is also something we talked about with Katie Sigmund. Shout out Katie. What do you think about that whole world, pretty much?
I feel like having an OnlyFans can be like whatever you want it to be. Like people are on there doing cooking shows. People are on there just posting like bikini photos.
Yeah.
It's whatever you really want it to be.
Yeah. And you've had like a good experience with it, like
Yeah.
made good money.
Yeah.
Has
When
the
I
money
had
been
first, when I had first launched my OnlyFans, like Steven did like a giveaway, like a feed post, and he was like, everyone like go follow Selena on Instagram. And then obviously like I would be like, okay, all these followers are coming in. Now I need to like post on my story that I have an OnlyFans. So it just kind of like,
picked up.
yeah, OnlyFans was awesome. I mean, I'm still doing it, but it's definitely not like my main thing anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, usually they say like opening month is like
When you first launched?
like is like the biggest month. Was it like that for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't my biggest month, but it was a pretty big
Okay.
month.
What's the biggest month? Like, we gotta know.
Like what month was it, or like how much
How
was
much?
it?
How much? I mean, sure.
much? You could tell us the month too, fuck.
Sure.
I don't know like from the top of my head, but it was like it was a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Are we talking?
heard it, you
are
heard
we
it.
talking 6 figures? Like in the hundreds of
Yes.
thousands?
Yes.
Boom.
Fuck. See.
Boom.
Yeah.
I love that.
Shag. So we got to do a Shag Mag first.
Shag Meg first, Riley Reid second, collaboration.
OnlyFans.
Only-
And
OnlyFans.
honestly, like anything with Steven.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that goes without
that's
saying.
a guarantee.
That goes,
That's a guarantee.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, so now, if you're looking to, because now, okay, when you go on OnlyFans, people have this image of you, right? Maybe it's not exactly what it is, but you know how people just judge when they see something nowadays. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
They see something online. Oh, I know that person. I know exactly what they're doing. Let me judge them.
Yeah.
If you're moving forward now and you're saying, okay, you know what? Maybe I want to start a family. Do you think that having that OnlyFans would affect you at all? Or are you just in the mindset where, yo, that's in the past. I did my thing. I made money. Now I'm moving on to the future.
Me personally, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd honestly like keep having OnlyFans, even if I was pregnant about to pop the next day. Like I
You
would
probably get like a lot of like there's a lot of
There's
people
some
that have that
weird
niche.
dudes on there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, like I don't know. I'm very open-minded. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And like even after you have kids, it's like when you're doing it, like you know you're gonna have kids someday. So it's like
I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, like everyone's gonna have an opinion, right? Good or bad, whatever.
Judge no matter what you
whatever
do,
the case may be. But like, fuck, if you have months that you're making 6 figures.
Yeah, it's like you can fucking have a kid.
Yeah, but and like, what can you really say? Like, you know what I mean?
You can't say it.
Like,
no, I just wonder because like I said, we spoke about it with Katie, and she had a great answer.
Well, the thing is, Katie said that she didn't want to be known as an OnlyFans girl.
That's the difference. Yeah.
Do you care? Like if someone was like, hey, that's Selena, the OnlyFans girl. Like would you care?
No.
Yeah, okay.
But I also feel people just do like what like they call you what you've done last. You know, so in 2 years, if you're doing something new and you're a YouTuber now. People will not like they have no attention span nowadays. So they'll be like, oh, OnlyFans, when did that happen?
Yeah.
Do you plan to keep running OnlyFans?
Yes, because why wouldn't I? It's like
True.
like I just have to take like really dope, like it's just extra content that's obviously more like explicit, and I don't know if I just pronounced that right. Explicit.
Explicit.
I was like,
It's the tequila. It's the tequila. Fuck it.
Okay, but it's obviously like much more explicit content. Like I don't just do bikini photos. I do much more than that. And I also get to like connect with my fans. And then every month I always do giveaways. I find it fun. I don't see anything wrong with it. And
so you interact with your community a lot too. And
yes, it's
is it you behind OnlyFans? Because we've talked to some girls. I mean, listen, I know a lot of girls work with like an agency to help them out because it obviously can get a lot. But like we've talked to like girls that we know personally who are like running.
They got dudes rating
they got like dudes that are rating dicks. Like
I know it's wild, but no, I've always ran my own OnlyFans. It is so much work. I like tell people that it could for real be a 9 to 5. Like it's
for sure.
Crazy because it takes like 2 hours probably just to get around and message everyone back once. And then you have to keep everyone satisfied by like posting content and then sending content to unlock every day. So it is a lot more work than people think.
I was like, how often are you posting?
Every single day.
Every day.
Yeah.
True.
Every day I'm sending like a DM for someone to unlock every day, and I'm making sure that everyone gets around to getting a response from me every single day.
Jeez.
Damn.
Okay. So you're
some
on
customer service.
So that would be like your
Yes.
technically, would you say that's your like full-time gig?
You spend the most time on maybe.
I mean, honest, but like filming for YouTube takes so
That's
much.
true.
So much
That's
time.
true.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I just have to like be super organized. Like I wake up in the morning, answer all my messages while I'm like on the treadmill or doing whatever, and then I'm like filming for like 4 hours. But I haven't filmed in a little bit because I'm trying to like stack content.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be smart about it.
Yeah. How has that journey been like?
Even with YouTube,
Into
right?
YouTube, yeah. Like, how's that been for you?
And why did you want to start it up too, as well?
Well, okay, this is kind of a funny story. I don't even think that I've told Steven this, but he did a prank on me, and it was like he proposed to me.
We were gonna ask
and
about
I
that,
was pissed. And I was like, nobody even know. Like, I just look like a sad ass bitch right now. Like, I'm like crying, and I was like, no one even knows who I am. And so I didn't tell him. I didn't tell anyone. I flew one of my friends who films and edits out. He doesn't even know that this person's here. We make a whole YouTube video, and then me and Steven were like leaving to go to Ecuador. And I'm at the airport with him, and I just post a story, and I'm like, new YouTube video out. And he looks at me and goes,
Wait, what? What the fuck you mean?
Yeah, he looks at me and he's like, so what is this? And I was like, it's good, trust me. And then he watched it, liked it, and then I was like, okay, like it's Steven approved. I want to keep uploading, because he has like a very like, he's very picky about the content he watches, but he really enjoyed mine. So I don't know, I just had to
That
keep
meant a
going.
lot. So
No,
you kind of wanted to show yourself, like yourself to like the audience and get people to understand and maybe know who you are in a certain way.
Yeah,
because they're seeing you from Steve and
yes, like I keep popping up as like a character in other people's videos that like aren't really in my control, and they always do so well. But like I wanted something that was kind of in my control that like shows my personality and like what I do and what like
who you are essentially.
Yeah.
I think when we're really like weird with this, like we'll like if we're interviewing somebody, we'll go watch all their content, we'll read comments, like stuff like that. And I think a lot of people enjoyed seeing you straight up, just like who you were. And
I'm sure you
like,
saw that in the comments
you.
too a lot too.
Yeah.
People saying, hey,
And
put Selena in
it did amazing. Like your first few videos have been just like crushing it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to do that well, but people really enjoy it, and it's like nice that I don't know. I like that people like me. It's cool.
I think everyone likes that.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just more of like the like they get to know you, like they like you as a person rather than just being, I guess, like Steve's girlfriend essentially.
Yeah.
Does that bother you? I have to ask.
It doesn't bother me at all, but I would like people to like know who I am. You know?
Fair. Yeah, fair,
Like I'll be Steve's girlfriend too. It's fine. Hey, I wouldn't mind that either. Like that's the extent of where that goes.
No,
you
I
know?
couldn't imagine it like
Yeah.
obviously, but I think like that just like it adds more of a dynamic vibe, like that you both can have like your own sort of empire in a way.
Yeah, exactly. And like I'm proud to be his girlfriend, and he has helped me with literally everything. Because then as soon as I launched my video, he started helping me after that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
100%.
like I think it was Brad's podcast where you said you were kind of shy or you're kind of timid at times. So going into YouTube now and vlogging yourself, like how have you been able to kind of get that confidence and say like, yo, I can't be shy at all, or I gotta face the camera and talk all maybe for 2 hours straight or whatever it is. How did you get that confidence to go do that? How has that been for you, that experience? Because even for us, for example, like even we started vlogging podcasts like all together, I think, and it was like very new to us, and I think we had to learn very fast, to be honest. Like we didn't have a choice. So for you, how was that?
I don't know. I kind of just like, I don't want to say I like blacked out and just did it, but I kind of just put myself in the position of like being a YouTuber for my first video. And I was like, I've been watching these people. I've been watching Steven do this for so many years. I just like know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel nervous because I know my camera guy well.
That's true.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, because like no, to do it, like we've done it too, and it's like we've gone from just podcasting, which is completely different from vlogging as well. And then vlogging, it's like you got to have a certain like confidence, but also like you can't be shy at all, right? Like and I think that you've done a good job of that
But
after
you
watching.
look comfortable. Yeah, I was
that's
gonna
what
say
I'm
your
saying.
videos, like it looks like you've been doing this for a long time.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
guess
getting at.
obviously being in the background of Steve and all the Nelk videos and seeing how that's kind of come to life, I'm sure that helped a bit.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable behind the camera for my video than I am behind the camera for other people's video. And honestly, like when I'm filming for my channel with my filmer, I'm way less nervous than like I am right now sitting with you guys, and just I don't know.
Is it because like you have control over what's happening, or you know what's gonna, or like you're
I
deciding what's
guess.
happening? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, you don't seem nervous right now, though.
No, I'm not nervous.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
not
I was
nervous.
gonna
But
say-
it is way less scary, like going to film for my video than like sitting here and doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Sure,
that's
well, because
true.
you just pretty much do like, I guess whatever you really want, like whatever the fuck you want at that point.
You said you learned a lot from Steven. Is there anything in particular that you learned that's helped you, you know, continue to grow your own pages, your own brand as well?
Yes, like something I've learned from him is how to make a video like, I guess just super fire. Like you can't have the same thing dragged out the whole entire video. You want to, I don't know. Like when I film, I try to have 4 different segments. Like I learned that from him. I learned that thumbnails and titles are super
Massive.
important.
Yeah.
And then I learned a lot about how to grow my engagement, like by doing giveaways or just having something to offer for like new followers or viewers or like people who give my video a thumbs up.
Yeah, like some value. Just like, hey, here's a
Yeah.
giveaway, here's money, here's this, here's that. I have to ask, like, did you ever imagine like this would be your life?
No, it's weird because I don't want to say like, yeah, but like when I had first, I don't know, I'd always thought like my end goal is to have a YouTube channel, and now I have it and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's almost like,
You're
just
like, okay, it
like,
happened.
I'm here.
Now it happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like in general, of just like obviously all this attention, all this influence, all this money. Like when you were back home with your mom in Orlando, like was this a thought? Like, did you see yourself here? And listen, like for us, like we imagine ourselves in the position that we're in. That's like we love to talk about manifestation. Like, was that like did you ever see anything like this for yourself?
I feel like growing up, everyone thinks they're gonna be like a singer or actor or something.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sound like cliche when I say this, but yes, like I remember growing up and I was like, I'm gonna be known for something.
Like I just
I
want my
don't know
name to
what
be
it
out
is.
there. Yeah.
That's dope. I think
Yeah.
I was the same, to be honest with that.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
yo, I just
No,
gotta
no,
be
me
successful
too.
at something, and
Yeah.
people gonna know me for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a common thing.
I remember getting into like fights with my mom all the time because she was like, I did go to a semester of college, but she was like, you need to know like what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do, like, and I was like, I'll be fine just being me. Like something will happen, and that's like kind of what happened.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's hard to explain to your parents, like, I have this feeling and I'm working towards
No,
something.
it's
They don't-
impossible.
Yeah.
It's almost
Especially, like,
impossible to.
I mean, like, yeah, if you try to tell your mom, like, hey, I'm streaming on Twitch.
No,
she's
but
probably
trust
like,
me,
what
I'm
the
gonna be
fuck is-
fine. Yeah,
she's like,
yeah.
what the fuck is Twitch? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, when I quit Hooters and started started just streaming, my mom was like, Selena, what's good?
Yeah.
But yeah, everything ended up working out. And it's not that I'm just sitting on my ass being like, something will come to me. It's like I was studying like algorithm and like watching all the behind the scenes, as I've been saying this whole time. And yeah, I just turned into
Studying
something.
algorithm. I should do that more, to be honest.
Yeah.
We got to do that
Yeah,
more.
for real. What does your mom say now? I have to ask. Like,
She's so proud of me. She's just always concerned for my safety and like my I guess my like spending habits and
You have spending like you have a spending. You spend a lot. Is that why?
I like to shop, but I also like own a condo, so like I want to get another one.
Dope.
And she's
okay,
like,
but that's real estate. That's good though.
yeah, she's just always making sure that like I have enough to like pay my mortgage and just making sure that I like maintain smart financial decisions because yeah.
She's being
I
a
can
mom.
imagine.
She's being a mom.
Well,
Yeah.
like no, but you have to think like there's obviously so many stories of like, you know, people in their early 20s who
Yeah.
have made some good money,
Lose
just
it
like
all.
blow it, right?
Yeah,
They just
blow
get
it
rid
all.
of it.
How have you kind of like, okay, besides your mom, maybe has there been anyone else that's kind of guided you or mentored you and said, hey, like, don't do this, or maybe you should do this, or don't do this with your money, or anything like that?
It's mainly just my mom.
Dope.
Yeah.
I like that. That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, who else are you gonna trust at the same time? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
Does your mom still live out in Orlando?
Yeah, she lives in Orlando and I'm an only child. It's just always been my mom and I. So
when you first, I guess, started dating Steve and he started growing, did you ever think that he would have the potential to grow as much as he has?
I like believed that he was gonna be like, I don't know. Like I remember when he had first told me like, yeah, I'm working with these people Nelk now and like they're paying me X amount and like life is about to be so crazy. I didn't think it was gonna get like any crazier than it was. I thought that like life being crazy was like he doesn't have to go like work a regular job and stuff like that. I didn't know it was gonna like blow up into this big ass thing. I thought we were just gonna not have to work regular jobs and
Yeah. Like life would be good, you'd be comfortable type of thing.
I did not think we were gonna leave Orlando and move to LA. Like when he had first left to go to LA, I thought it was just a few week trip and we just never left.
Did you know at the time like who Nelk was, or was it just like he
No, but
explained to you and then
Yeah, like I never watched YouTube or kept up with any of that stuff, but he knew who Kyle was, I think from like Instagram or something.
how would you, I'm curious, what's your like thoughts on the Nelk guys? Have they treated you, I mean, I would imagine they treated you with the utmost respect. They have with us, so I'm using our experience as an example of that. But what's your take on those guys, Kyle and stuff? How has that been for you seeing Steve connect with these guys, and how they've kind of taken it?
I like them a lot. I don't like, it's always been like business, but I do like them. They're nice people. I like when they come to town and we go out and party. That's like the most fun we have.
Would you say it's more business or friendship or a mix of both? Like what's your take on it from the outside?
For me, like back in the day, I think it was just business because that's what it was.
Yeah.
But then now when they come to town, it's a lot more chill and I can talk to them about anything. We can like fuck with Steiny and but like we can just talk about whatever. But yeah.
All right, guys, listen. You know what's up. You're all fucking degenerate gamblers like me and him. And NFL season's underway, all right? And NHL just started. We got some MLB. What is it, postseason MLB right now?
Postseason MLB.
It's nice. It is literally a gambler's dream right now. And we want to help you out with that, all right? We want to take care of you and make sure you can gamble just like we are every weekend, like a bunch of degens, all right? Right now, Bulldog has make a play on same game parlays, cross sports prop bets. Bulldog's killing it right now. Biggest casino in Canada. These guys are running it up. Come join the kids on Bulldog.
Damn. And if you know the boys, you know we're all about crypto, okay? Playing with crypto on Bulldog is the easiest way to go, all right? 0 transaction fee. 0. Just the crypto. You put the crypto in. The crypto is where you put it in. That's it.
It's quick too.
Okay? Faster withdrawals because, like, I'm not trying to wait for my money. You're trying to wait for your money?
Nah.
I want it out now. Give it to me now. Quick withdrawals with crypto, okay? First-time deposits with Bitcoin can get up to $950 in bonuses.
Do you deposit $950?
They match it.
They match it. It's free
So,
money. You guys want
Make
free
sure you
money?
use crypto, too. Make sure you use that.
Legit, guys. Bulldog, the biggest, most reputable casino in Canada. That's who we're rocking with these days. Come join the kids. Let's be degens together.
Was there
Changed.
any moment in like the growth process of like a blow up? Was there any time where you're like, oh shit, like this is actually happening? What Steve said about us blowing up is actually happening. Was there any video moment that you remember about that?
Like one specific where you're like, whoa.
Like, damn, like he was right. Like we're blowing up.
In the beginning, just being in the Clout House, you guys don't understand. That shit was insane.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Like what? Like tell us about it. I want to know more about this Clout House, because I think I asked Katie as well, because I was just interested. I'm like, yo, what was it like?
Just like opening our bedroom door and face Banks and Alyssa Violet or in like room right across from us. And I didn't like know them or talk to them personally, because like no one's ever home or people like stay in their rooms. So like it seemed like no one lived there, but I was just like, they're right there. Like that's so crazy.
So that kind of opened your eyes and like, damn, like we're going in a right direction right now. We're going in a fucking crazy direction.
Yeah, and then I remember there was a lot of house parties there, and they were just the biggest party. It's like a party I couldn't even imagine. I was like, I never thought I would be in a party so big and dope, and I live here.
Was there anybody that you met in that time where you're like that you were actually like starstruck? Like, I can't even believe I'm in the same fucking room as this person.
At the time, Alyssa Violet, I was just like, because when Steven said he had moved there, I hadn't been watching any YouTube. I didn't really know who any of these people were. So I looked them up and watched some videos, and I was like, oh my God, she's so sick. And then I would like cross paths with her in this big ass house, and it was crazy.
Yeah, like what an experience.
Mm-hmm.
How about like in general, like looking up to people as you were growing up? Was there anyone in particular that you looked at and said, I want to be something like that, or I want to do something like that?
Nobody with like status. It's just, I guess, my mom.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that. I have a question. I'm curious in terms of like being with someone, like being in a relationship with someone like Steve, obviously, who's in the limelight, but is also like, you know, I mean, in my opinion, no, but in a lot of people's opinions, controversial or polarizing. Like he may say some things that people are kind of like,
I mean, we do that too, but
Steve's
just way bigger than us.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's it like? Has it been hard for you? Do you ever like pop in and you're like, yo, Steve, like fucking chill for a second, like maybe like just relax on these comments, or are you just like, listen, he knows what's best? Like, how has it been on being on the sidelines of being with somebody who can be seen as polarizing?
Something about Steven is when he's like doing his thing, he doesn't listen to anyone. Like no one can tell him to stop saying or doing whatever he's saying or doing. Like maybe in private, if I'm like, oh, you were kind of mean to that person, it's like different, or said something, I don't know, whatever. But for whatever he says on podcasts, on the internet, whatever, he does not take it back. He's all
like I've said,
stays true to his word, bro.
No, there was a clip. I actually want to ask you about it. There was a clip in I don't even know what the name of this podcast is. They're just on. I showed you yesterday. They're on the TikTok H3 or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
they tried to blast.
I watched
right?
those clips too.
Did you see those clips? Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know that guy personally. I haven't watched his podcast. I see his clips.
That guy's a dust. I'm telling you.
I mean,
right
like,
now.
listen, I can say it, whatever. He's probably gonna find some shit on us.
He's gonna do a reaction.
He's gonna do a reaction to us blasting him.
No problem.
He kind of looks like a loser. He looks like his whole thing is on just judging people, which I think like is a really cheap way to come up. But obviously Steve made some comments and he made those clips and he kind of like zoned in on you in those clips and was like, I'm not even going to say anything about the way she looks or whatever, but she looks unimpressed. So I have to ask, are you like unimpressed when he makes statements like that? Or are you just like, bro, that's Steve and like that's what he's going to do?
No, like when I hope he doesn't get like mad at me. He's not gonna care. But yeah, I kind of just like disassociate when he says certain things I don't agree with, because I'm not gonna like start arguing with him on a podcast and be like, don't say that about this person. Like it's there's like no point. He doesn't listen to anyone. But yeah, I don't really like agree with everything he says. But
sure.
That's
Everyone's got their own opinion.
No, I mean, listen, like it's obviously at the end of the day, you're in a relationship. I'm sure you guys agree on a lot of things, but there's a lot of things you don't agree on. It just like, is what it is. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he's like dissing some other guy's wife, and it's like if some other guy was dissing me, like I don't know. I just put myself in the other person's shoes, and I'm like, that's not fucking cool.
Yeah.
But
we do it for the content over here, though. We do it for the content.
I know, but
for the content,
fair, which is fine. I understand that, but. See, now I'm like Steve's relationship lawyer right now. But what I want to say in his defense though is that I understand where he's coming from, because when somebody attacks you online.
I would have said the exact same thing.
You want
to
defend yourself.
I would have said
No,
the
You know
same
what I
thing.
mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly. So like he's defending himself, and if I was in his position, like who knows, I might say fucked up shit. I might say the same exact thing. But like me, just like sitting next to him, not in that situation, I'm just like.
well, I think I think people they would expect you to have an opinion or you know what I'm trying to say, like have some sort of emotion to it, but you just went like straight face, and I'm like, oh, she's probably done this a million times, like has been in this situation a ton of times.
I'm like thinking about when the last time my dogs went out. But yeah, I've gotten so many messages and they're like, really? You don't want to speak up for whatever her name is? And I'm like, I don't, like, that's just not, no.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to remember
Like,
another
no
thing.
offense, but no.
Yeah, like, and another thing too is like everyone sees, like they see Steve, they see you on YouTube, Instagram, and they think they know you right off the bat, right?
Facts,
and they think they know everything about you. They might not know that one day Steve's having a bad day, you're having a bad day. Like I know personally, if I was having a bad day and someone came at me like that H3 guy, I would have lost my mind.
I think
like, you know what I mean? And people think that like people of certain status or fame, they don't have emotions, so you could just say shit to them and just like not expect anything in return. So I think like people have to keep that in mind too. Like when people are saying shit, it could be like
we see our DMs. We read our comments. Like as I want to say we're like 80-20, like love hate.
There's always hate.
But the 20 hate, sometimes they can say shit that like it fucking gets to you.
It's the same thing. It's
no,
like
do you ever have that?
You ever have 100 comments? One's the bad one, and you're focusing on that one bad comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone does.
And you're human. So then like, if you wake up on a Tuesday and you're having like not the best day, then you got to hop on a podcast with Brad, who's going to like dig deep into shit. And then you start blasting people. Like, you know what I mean? Like I watched that again. I mean, I don't have too much of an opinion on that guy or that whole situation as a whole, but
the guy's a dust. I'll tell you right now.
The people that come up on like shitting on other people, I don't like.
Yeah. That guy's whole page is built around that.
Yeah, it's something talking about drama and stuff. Like, it's like, I don't know.
But that's the thing. You don't know what people are going through, right? So they just see you and they're like, oh, what's Steve possibly going through? He has all the money, all this, but let me talk shit.
Yeah.
But you don't know. If he's waking up, he had a bad day, something happened to him, he's not feeling well. You never know, right? So I know if I woke up that day and that guy said that shit.
I'm curious. How long have you guys been together? I don't think I asked that.
Probably like 7 years or so.
Damn. Okay. Has there been?
I want to ask about the traveling part.
Yeah.
Like, how has it been with all the travel that he does, all the work that he does? I mean, probably more so now you guys are more together, but there's been probably a couple of years where he was traveling a lot, making a lot of content. How are you able to kind of be like, you know what, I'm just going to support what because that takes a lot to just be like, you know what, I'm going to let him do what he needs to do and I'm going to support him. That takes a lot.
Yeah.
So how did you do that? Number one, because like,
Yeah, it's tough.
there's guys out there looking for a woman that would do that, just support them and trust their goals. And number two, like, did you guys ever have any issues with the amount of time that he was away from you?
No, I wouldn't say so. I'm like there traveling wherever he goes, probably like 70% of the time.
Okay.
And whenever he is gone, I kind of just find things to like. I can always be doing something. I could like have a fucking 24-hour stream or something. Like I could do something productive.
Yeah, I think
Anytime.
that's but I think I want to give you credit. I think a lot of women who are with successful men don't get the credit.
But even on the come up, on the build up too, because that's when you're the busiest, right?
The whole time from the come up till even when they've quote unquote made it. Like it's not easy. I can imagine to be with a guy who has this level of fame, this amount of money, this amount of eyes on him all the time. Like when can you guys really go outside and not be chased down for pictures, especially when you're with Steve?
Yeah, we're actually planning on like moving in a few months. I think 2 months to like a more quieter neighborhood that's away from the city.
Yes. Cool.
Being like in the center of Miami, it's like impossible to leave the house and someone not stop him.
Yeah.
But we're nice to them, and like he'll just be like, "Hey, what up? Take a picture." It takes 5 seconds. It doesn't really bother either of us, but sometimes we do
I'm sure
miss
there's
like
days where you're like, I just want to walk down the fucking street and just like be left alone.
yeah, like take my dog out and not feel like I have to put on a whole outfit and brush my teeth and shit. That's every morning. I'm like, I have to take Donald out, but first I have to wash my face, brush my teeth, put on clothes. It's like, I wish I could just open the door.
We want to just like put a hoodie on and just like fucking walk out.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
I can imagine. No, I want to give you kudos for that. It can't be easy. And then again, not only him having, you being with a guy who has all of this, but also being with a guy who some people see as polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I can only imagine those two together is probably tough. How has it been with the recent, like he got kicked off of YouTube? YouTube, don't take this fucking video down. How has it been for you guys, I guess, together, just kind of like realizing that whole like journey is about to start all over again of like content all the time, like, you know what I mean? Cameras everywhere. Because I'm sure it's been like kind of a nice break in a sense. I know you've been putting your stuff out pretty, like you've been going pretty consistently, but I know you guys have had a break and you're about to step back sort of into that life. You ready for that? Like what's the vibe like around knowing that that's kind of like where it's headed again?
I'm excited for him to film again because it makes him happy and like keeps him busy, so he doesn't like dwell on so much. Like in the beginning when his channel had first been taken down, we would sit on this couch in the man cave and just like eat so much food and watch TV all day, and we would be like, we can't like do this forever. Like,
I mean, you can. It's just like, you know.
Yeah. So like at the beginning it was pretty rough, but I knew like in my head like something good would come up, even if it's like him just posting Instagram reels forever of him doing the same shit he was doing, and like anything. I didn't know what Rumble was when his channel first came down.
Shout out Rumble.
Yeah, for real.
Or my YouTube.
We're done. This episode is cut. They're gonna delete this.
What do you think about like the whole censorship thing? Like, has that ever affected you as well? Because I know even for OnlyFans, like sometimes when they bring the content over to TikTok, I know girls that have been banned and shit like that too. Has that ever affected you?
Well, yeah, my Instagram, you guys were asking earlier why I have 2 Instagrams.
Yeah.
The one with 1 million followers got taken down over the summer, and it said it was for like posting inappropriate content, but I don't post inappropriate content.
Like what, it was a bikini pic or something and they're like, it's inappropriate?
You guys are gonna shit when I tell you this. I posted a picture of noodles and I said send nudes, and I spelled it NOODS with a link to my OnlyFans, and my Instagram got taken down within 15 minutes. It wasn't even of me. It was a picture of a bowl of noodles. I was at that pasta place in LA that one.
So when you're making,
I was so pissed.
So when you're making content, are you keeping that in your head now? Like, oh fuck, like I can't post this. I might get censored. I might get banned.
Well, I've learned because like I was talking to so many people that work like behind the scenes of Instagram and Facebook, figuring out how I can avoid that happening again. And I learned that when you're verified, they don't wrongfully take your shit down.
Yeah.
Like they will not wrongfully.
They'll give you like
take
a
your shit
message
down.
first and be like, yo, chill, maybe.
They'll just double check it and be like, is this actually inappropriate before they take it down?
That's fair.
If you're not verified, you can get reported for being like, for impersonating someone. If there's
Has
another
a fake account. Yeah,
you can get reported.
I've seen that. I've seen that. So
anything.
that's fucked.
But if I had to make a guess though, I feel like because you're Steve's girlfriend, they're probably like watching a little harder.
You think on IG?
Maybe.
On everything.
Maybe,
I'm telling you, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe. I mean, like they're watching everyone that's doing anything, to be honest.
Yeah, facts.
They don't like anybody. YouTube.
What's good, boys? Just crushed a fucking banger workout. And to be honest, I'm fucking dead. My coach, he's dead too. He's got to work out now. So I'm going to help him out, all right? Full send pre, baby. This shit brings people back to life, literally. I'm going to show you. Take a look. Take a look. We go 1 scoop in. We get the scooper out. Little scoop action. Drop it in, all right? Take that. Close it up. Give it a little shake, all right? A little shake. Let's show them what's good. Let's show them what's good. Coach, let's bring you back to life, coach. Ooh.
I'm alive.
MBH15, Supplements.co, 50% off your order. You want a backflip like this guy? Let's get to it.
I'm curious. I have to ask, sorry, quickly. I want to go back to the OnlyFans thing for a second. What's your mom's thoughts on it?
The day I told her I was doing it, I was like, trust me, I would make so much money, Mom. Because I wanted to like prove her wrong. I was grinding on there every single day, just as I am now. And after she saw how much I brought in the first month, I like
that was enough, eh?
Yeah, I like
right.
take care of her a little bit, and she's just like proud of me, I guess.
Yeah,
of course.
That's amazing.
She was never judging me or really like on top of me, being like, you're not doing this, are you? Because at first I had started off just posting bikini photos, but then when I went and did Shag Mag, the topless online magazine, I was like, I might as well be topless.
Now you're here. You're there now.
Yeah.
Shag Mag. That's gonna be huge for us, bro.
I'm thinking about it. I already got it in the back of my head.
She does it anymore.
Shag Mag.
Okay, we may have to restart it.
Restart it again. Fuck it.
You could ask her. It was dope.
I'm curious. Like, did anyone try and talk you out of it?
No.
Did anyone try and be like, "Yo, don't do this"?
Like,
what was Steve's thoughts on it?
He's the one who told me to do it.
Okay.
I love
Fire.
that.
All right.
Yeah, he was
Businessman.
like,
Promote the hustle.
yeah, he's like, you're not going home and going to school again. Stay here, start an OnlyFans, and we'll figure it out. And so I did that, and then the first month was amazing. So I never stopped.
And you didn't have no second thoughts. You're like, fuck it. If Steve says it's good, I'm good.
I had no second thoughts because I wasn't planning on putting anything out there that was explicit. That's
Facts,
how you say
true.
it, right? Yeah, I wasn't planning on putting anything out there that was explicit, but then it got more explicit over time.
Sure.
That's how it goes.
What's the plan? You guys going to put a ring on it? I know we had there was a fake proposal here.
Hold on, the fake proposal though. I gotta understand something.
okay. Go.
Like how was that for you? We had a couple questions from our audience about that. Like, what did you think after that? Because I watched it too. We all watched it.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Like I know that was the moment that you said, "Fuck it, I'm making my own YouTube now."
Yeah, because I was like, fuck
But you
this.
do
I
believe
was
there
like,
was
always
real?
getting fucking shit on. I told him, I was like, you're always shitting on me. He's like giving me a Rolex, and he's like, here, bitch. And like, it's always something. And I'm like, you're not going to like, come on.
But you knew that was like more just for the content and stuff, so it didn't really.
Did you think it was real though? I have to ask. Did you actually?
Yes, my dumbass thought it was so real. Why would
I
you
mean, it was
propose
pretty
in the
realistic
man
though. It
cave?
was pretty realistic. He did it right here.
No. It
like
looked
low key.
like I could imagine that it was real. I just like obviously you always wonder, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, did you have a feeling like when it was happening, like, oh, this must be like?
No, but I should have because he tried pranking me the day before, but
Okay.
the cameras were set up weirdly, so he didn't get caught on film. So we
Yes.
thought of a new idea within 24 hours, proposed to me the next day, and I thought it was real. I feel so dumb. I'm gonna get him back someday.
I mean, I
That's
think
okay.
anyone would have fell for it in your position, to be honest.
yeah, he was just saying such deep things because like we had just gotten this place, and he was like, "This is our new condo, and like I love you, and you're my best friend." He made it seem so real that I couldn't.
He hit you with like the shit that he actually would have said when he's gonna
Yeah.
propose.
Yes, and then I was even looking around because I was like, "This isn't a prank, isn't it?" I looked around. I actually didn't see any camera, and then I ended up finding the
Yeah,
camera.
you probably realized it
I
after.
did think it was a prank for like a little bit, but
But you guys, you think that's something that's gonna happen shortly or ever? Like you guys getting married?
that
You
is
guys
a
talk
question
about it?
for Steven.
Okay, fair
Okay.
enough. That's
All
fair.
right.
That's
Steve,
fair.
we're coming for you, bro.
I don't know.
I want to talk about the modeling a bit too, and you working with brands. I know you work with like Fashion Nova, some big brands.
Mm-hmm.
When did that start, and how has that been working with, like, let's say a Fashion Nova, for example? What have you learned from that, and how has that experience?
How did
been
that
for
even
you?
happen?
Yeah.
I have to ask because I always see like all these IG models, Fashion Nova. Like, do they just DM you like, hey, like let's
Yeah.
work?
One of their back end people had messaged me on Instagram a few months ago, and yeah, we just like got in a deal. It's for a few months.
Yeah.
It's sick. I get a ton of clothes, content.
And it's just
I
like
love
what
it.
paid per
Yeah.
post, paid per month, like a certain amount of content you have to put out. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, you have to do X amount of posts, stories, TikToks, and then they pay you every month.
Interesting.
Easy,
Yeah.
I'm down.
And
need to
Fashion
fucking-
Nova's like hot, even for men. Men get
Yeah.
a lot of like good deals.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys should try.
We're
it.
just low on followers.
DM
Eh? We
them.
gotta Shag Mag.
We'll just be like
OnlyFans?
Steiny. I'm gonna buy 500K tonight.
Speaking of Steiny,
Let's hear it.
Speaking of Steiny, he told us the story. Well, I think you asked the question for him, and then he told us the story of how he started working essentially for you first before Steve. How was that? How was Steiny before he got in front of the camera?
And by the way, this was a question from Steiny, by the way, too.
yeah, what was the question?
He said, "Ask her about her time working with me, working with Steiny."
Ask her about his time. Yeah, I'm curious more about was he different before he got in front of the camera, or has he kind of been the same?
No, he's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like to hear that.
Shout out
I like to
Steiny.
hear that. It makes me feel like
That's my guy.
Yeah, he's actually like spot on the same.
interesting. And how was that? Like, what was he like? He was, because he worked technically for you first, right? He was like your assistant essentially.
He was me and Steven's. We kind of
Okay.
shared him, but he was
Okay.
doing way more work for me. He wasn't like him and Steven would go weeks without talking, but he was at the full send house for me like every single day.
Interesting.
But it
And-
didn't work.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
doing like, okay, well, give me an example of like Steiny at that point, what he was doing for you like on a regular day.
He would be doing outreach to different like super big porn stars, seeing if they were interested in collabing with me. He would be
Was he getting you coffee? Was
Oh,
he like, hey
oh
Steiny,
my
go get
gosh.
me fucking coffee?
Yeah, so when we first got Steiny, I was like, I don't know what to do with him, but like I want to take advantage of having someone like here to help us out. So he would like go to the grocery store and get our groceries, and he would
That's
bring me coffee every
amazing.
day, and yeah, just like little things like that. But then over time, he had started booking like locations and photographers and a ton of shit that actually is a lot of work for me, like every week.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So Steiny really started from the bottom, eh? Grabbing groceries.
He's a grinder, bro.
That's
Man
crazy.
works hard.
That's the thing. People hate on Steiny, But everyone
love Steiny,
everyone
to be
that I
honest.
ask, or everyone that we've asked that's like a part of the Full Sends umbrella, has only had really good things to say to him. I know there's kind of like some in front of the camera beef with him.
It's the character though.
Yeah. With him and Steve. Was there some truth to that?
Yeah, okay, listen. I listened to his podcast and he was like, yeah, it's all in front of the
It's all
camera.
good.
It's not just in front of the camera. It's behind the
Okay.
camera.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
But right
give
now,
us the truth. Give
Yeah,
us the truth, Selena.
I will.
Give us the truth.
Right now, everything's good. Like
Yeah.
we really like Steiny. We talk to him a lot, but they do get in real fights. Like that's not fake. They do
Okay.
get in real fights sometimes, but yeah,
Yeah. See, he tried to play it off. He tried to play it off in the.
he did well.
Yeah, but I think people were like, we read the comments. People were like, I don't know. It looked kind of real, and I think
A lot of
Steve's-
comments actually said
Steve's
that,
reactions, like it didn't look like it was an act.
Yeah, it's never. I mean, it's not that serious, but it's not all rainbows and butterflies with them
For
behind
sure.
the cameras.
But again, I think that just comes also with like the lifestyle and,
Yeah,
like, and like what's
exactly.
happening, like you know what I mean? Like I'm sure when he was working with you and Steve, he's with you guys every day, right? So it almost becomes like you want to say like a brother or a friend, like a close friend. So then
Yeah.
to like quote unquote lose them in a way, it's probably like tough. You know what I mean? Like to see him go. I don't
Yeah.
know. Was it like that?
I think that we were just. I don't know. I think that there was just some saltiness that he would like choose to leave.
Yeah. For the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucking Steiny, eh?
It's okay though.
It's okay. He played it off well. He did good on the pod. He did good on the
I
pod.
want
We'll
to
give
go
him
back
that.
to the. I want to go back to the modeling. You did the Black Tape project, right?
I did.
That was sick.
Yeah.
How'd
I
that
did.
happen?
I just messaged him, went to castings. There was like thousands of girls at castings, and you picked the top 30, and I was one of them. So that was
Okay.
really
Let's go.
sick. Yeah, and then I did that for Miami Swim Week, and then a few months later, I walked in New York Fashion
I was
Week.
gonna say, yeah,
That's
New
again.
York.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, I walked in Black Tape Project. I walked for this designer from London, and it's all designed by kids in school.
Oh shit!
It was really interesting. The outfits were like very interesting, but that was my favorite.
Did you ever think you'd be doing something like that?
No.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you're getting ready in hair and makeup for 9 hours just to walk for 30 seconds and then you leave. You're
9
done.
9 hours?
Yeah, it takes 9 hours because there's so many girls. It's just craziness. Like
Yeah.
Did you like it though? You like doing it?
I love doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
it's
it's something you
very
would
like
continue?
empowering. Like walking
For
is
sure.
For
so
sure.
crazy.
Everyone just looking at you and you're just walking with that stance. You're just like, I'm a fucking boss.
Yeah, you you definitely like black out for a second, and then the way you walk, I've learned is like very important. I had no idea how to do a model walk, and I totally fucked up my first time. I was like swinging my arms, and I was kind of careless, so I had to learn how to do that. And
So
the way
what
of
does it take
thinking-
to do a model walk?
You can't like. My biggest problem was the arm swinging. I swing my arms too much.
I thought you were like supposed, like, you know, like you would just
I mean-
assume it, you know,
No.
like I
No.
guess you just
keep
stay-
the arms. Keep the
okay,
arms.
no move.
Yeah, and you have to actually. I've never before walked like this in my life, so this was a challenge. I had to walk in heels, and like you're supposed to actually step like toe in front of
In
toe.
front, right?
Yeah, and I
Oh,
didn't think
shit.
you actually had to walk like that. I just, I don't know, but
New York Fashion Week though.
yeah, it was super sick. And then one of my photos got put in Vogue, so that was super sick.
Oh, fuck.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fucking.
You were trying to make it
massive.
in Vogue, no? You told me that?
Yeah, fuck
That's
off.
been like one of your things?
Fuck off.
Damn, bro.
I'm curious. Is there anything you haven't done yet that you would like that you'd want to do?
For modeling, I want to walk for fucking, I don't know.
Like a crazy brand.
I was
like,
gonna say I want to walk for fucking Prada, but then they'll,
Do
like,
it.
I don't know if that ever happens someday, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
No, but why not? Why
you gotta
not,
put it
though?
out. You gotta put out it into the world.
Yeah, I want to walk for a big ass brand, and then I just want to continue with YouTube and like just keep growing.
Yeah. Keep building. I mean, at that point, like you see it, obviously, like even an example, like being Happy Dad. Once you've built a following to a certain extent, you really can like start almost anything. Like sell any type of product or whatever, right?
Yeah, did you ever think of that? Like starting your own product, like under your name, under your personal brand?
Maybe someday I will, but my goal has always been to just have a YouTube channel and like
Yeah. Interesting.
Build
Okay, so
from
for
there.
YouTube, like moving forward, I know you're gonna kind of start again, and maybe you took a few weeks off, nothing crazy, right?
Yeah, I took a month off, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna upload this Sunday.
And then for YouTube, like what's the play there? What's your strategy behind the content? Is it just vlogs? Is it a lot of giveaways and stuff like that?
I try to have a little bit of vlog, a little bit of day in my week, or
Nice.
week in the life, sorry, and then something charitable, because I like watching that stuff. It's like a very feel good.
Yeah.
I like the
Facts.
feel good videos.
Facts. What like I think that was a big part of Steve's come up as well. Because as a viewer,
Oh man.
just watching somebody give back is just like it's like heartwarming.
Well,
It's
you did a few like give backs during the last few episodes, right?
Yes, I did.
How did that feel?
It felt good. I actually helped a homeless man out, but he ended up getting arrested 3 days later.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
How'd you
well
even
done.
find that out?
I had just Googled his name to see, because what we had done was he just wanted a bus ticket home to see his Nana.
Yeah.
So we gave him money, dropped him off at the bus station, and then 3 days later, we looked him up. It said he had just gotten arrested in Miami, so he never went to his Nana's house.
We gave a homeless guy money for a ticket back home.
That's the thing.
Like 2 weeks ago, we did the exact same
It's the
thing.
ticket thing.
Yeah. I'm
Is that what they all
learning.
fucking
I think
do?
they say the
Is that what
ticket.
they say,
But I
the
remember
ticket?
even in the video you said like, oh, like we'll talk or something. Like we'll connect or something to see how you're doing.
Never called me back.
Damn.
Yeah. He never called
How do
me
you?
back.
What a missed opportunity.
But how does that feel to like? Because like I always go back to the same example. Like we gave $1,000 away. Like fucking.
No, I don't even know
I don't
when that
remember when it
was.
was. Maybe May, April, May, whatever. It was the first time we did a giveaway, and giving $1,000 to someone, it was like, we felt so good.
Yeah, you just
we
feel
felt
good.
we felt just happy. Like we're like, damn, like this person's so happy. We're so happy to give it to them. So like, how's that feeling when you're giving someone, let's say, money, or you're giving them a resource to go do their thing?
It feels super good, but it is like a scary thought thinking they could take this money and go get drugs or
And do something bad with it.
Yeah, because most of the time, the reality is that is what they're doing. Because Steven and I had even tried helping a homeless man a few years ago. We got him a job, or Steven got him a job, let him live in one of his houses, like was completely setting him up. And he would just take the money that Steven would give him and have hookers over at Steven's place and just be
Nice.
acting homeless still, or like it wasn't cool. And then when he was at work on his break, we would hear that he was leaving to go hang out with the homeless people around town, and
Jesus
it's like, why
Christ.
are you hanging out on the street when you have a job and like all these new friends, you know?
Yeah.
Some people never change.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the risk you take. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, you're giving the money, you're hoping that they're going to do good with it, but ultimately,
That guy you gave the money to, he didn't take no bus, bro. I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now. That guy didn't take no
we
bus.
gave him the money, then I think we gave him a cigarette, and when and his reaction to the cigarette was better than the money.
Exactly.
And I was like, all right, this guy's
That told
not-
you everything.
Yeah, this guy's not doing anything with this money. But we spoke almost like right before we got on. You guys recently came back from Russia and Dubai. I know Steve spoke a little bit about the experience on Brad's podcast, but I want to hear from you. What was your experience in Dubai? Your experience in Russia? I'm so curious about that. How was the trip? What the fuck did you guys do? Tell us a bit about it.
So we land in Dubai because we were gonna take a plane from Dubai to Russia
Okay.
right away the next day, and we were only planning on being in Russia for 24 hours because we were gonna go to our friend Danny's concert, but then it got rained out or something, so they said we had to stay one more day. The concert got moved to the next day, so then it got extended to a 2-day trip. But since we're in Russia and there's no U.S. embassy, like we're at war, it was really hard to find a flight back home or back to Dubai. Sorry,
Yeah.
there were no flights, and we had no money. It was so bad.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's
so,
crazy. That's fucking sketchy. Like that's sketchy as hell.
You're telling me. So we were just like chilling there in Russia. We were just kind of like hanging out in the lobby like during the day. I don't know. And then at night we would like go out and find something to do. We ended up staying there for 4 days.
Oh shit.
And that consumed most of our trip. We went back to Dubai after 4 days, and then we were in Dubai for like 2 days, and then we got to go home. But in Russia, yeah, we were running out of money. The most fun I had there, we went to this strip club, and it was a drive-in strip club. So the wall, yeah, there's like a garage door that lifts, and you pull into the strip club, and then when you pull in, there's like 80 girls like topless, and they're like, woo, and like cheering for you to come in, and then you just get out of your car and you're in the club. It was so dope.
What?
God, that's
Yes.
unreal.
That was like the most fun I had on that trip. It was so much fun.
Do you recommend Russia? Would you recommend going to Russia or what?
Maybe if we weren't at war with them, but
True,
like it's not
true.
a bad place at all. It's cool
Okay.
because the restaurants are open until like 7 a.m. They're only closed from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. because I guess that's their break or whenever they go to clean. But you can go out at any point in the night and go get food, and it's just it seemed kind of alive.
Yeah. Did people know you guys like the same? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you walk outside here, everyone knows who you are. But over there, was there any fucking like Steve Will Do It, Selena fans?
Yeah, Steven had a ton of fans. We went to Danny's show, and so many people were cheering for him. It was sick to see, like
That's
being in a whole
crazy.
other country.
What's the culture like there? Are they aggressive? I always feel like people say like Russians are fucking super aggressive.
A lot of them just don't know a lick of English. I don't know any Russian, so it was kind of hard to communicate with them.
True.
I couldn't tell if they were like aggressive or if they were just thinking, what the fuck are you saying?
They're just Russian. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a very aggressive like
It's
language.
Maybe the language
Yeah.
sounds aggressive
Yeah.
too.
Yes, the language sounds intimidating.
Interesting.
Okay, then you went to Dubai. How was Dubai? Was that your first time there?
Yeah, that was my first time there. We ended up getting home from Dubai. There were still no flights. We had to take a private plane, which was so expensive. So we met these Russians in the hotel lobby, since that's where we were hanging out every day. And they were like saying that they would pay for our plane home if Steven and Danny go and play a game of FIFA at their apartment.
That's crazy.
And me and Steven were looking at each other, and I was like, they're gonna fucking kill us. It's like, what? We're going to their apartment. Like, they didn't give us the money first, anything. They were just getting us in these cars saying, go to my apartment, play FIFA. And so that's what we did, and they ended up getting us the flight home. Like, thank God.
So wait,
It
hold
just
on.
ended up working
Yeah,
out.
wait.
You come play FIFA, and I'll pay for your private jet.
Yes, home the next day.
Where are these people at? They gotta call me.
I was gonna say, hold on, wait. Backtrack for a second.
That's amazing. Wow.
It was so
Did these
scary.
dudes like what were
No, I
these
can
dudes
imagine
like?
it's scary though, because you're like, who the fuck are these guys? Where are we going?
But were these dudes like? Did they look like they had the money to like make it happen?
Well, no, I mean, maybe in Russia, but like the culture there is so different. They're not
True.
wearing these like nice, like they're not wearing like nice watches or jewelry or anything like that. They probably have like nice cars or something, but we just had their driver or an Uber or something just take us to their place. And their place was really sick. So that was cool.
And how is it like? How is it hanging around with Danny 6ix9ine? Like I know like he's another very polarizing, public figure.
Mm-hmm.
How has it been? How is he in person? Is he cool? Like what? If someone had to ask that question, or if you had to answer that question, what's it like being around 6ix9ine, Danny, and now like how's it been?
He's super cool. He's one of our best friends. He comes over and plays tennis all the time.
That's amazing.
When Steven's channel got taken down, he like gave him a few days of space and then would just show up at our house and be like, you need to get up, like realize who you are. Like he's actually a really, really, really good friend and a good person to like have around.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
his
yeah.
girlfriend is one of my best friends. She's so fucking funny. Like
That's amazing.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
could
yeah.
spend every day with them and it'd be chill. We're like the Four Musketeers.
That's crazy.
that.
Yeah.
People never expect it. I think like again, he's another person that like you think, obviously with his past and who he is and the face tats, and he probably has this like a aura around him.
Well, you get intimidated again, and you start judging again,
Yeah.
just based off what
But you're
you
saying
see.
he's like fucking super chill, just like
He's-
regular dude.
Yeah, he's so down to earth. When you were around, like you could have a conversation just like you and I are right now.
Yeah.
But then when he needs to turn on his like 6ix9ine, he'll turn it on. It's interesting.
True. It's
to
like a flip
see.
of a switch.
Yeah, like he'll be chilling with us, talking how we are right now, and then he needs to like go take a story, and he'll just turn into his character. It's crazy.
6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Yo, Danny, we're gonna get Danny on. We're gonna get Danny on too. But
Yeah, he's awesome.
Let's go through some questions here, yeah?
yeah, pull him up. I know you got
Oh,
them on.
this
your
is
phone.
what I was looking forward to.
Okay.
some fun ones.
We got a lot of. I think we got more questions for you than any other guest.
Oh, than any.
What? You guys don't
Yeah.
say that every time, do you?
No. Hey, you watch
can
the
go
pods.
back and check. We never said
we've
that.
never. No,
I'm telling you.
we were like, holy fuck, this is a lot of
I almost
questions.
said it.
I'm telling you, like the amount of people, comments, DMs. There's like a Metacard group on Twitter,
Yep.
and we told people that you were coming on. Like it was crazy. People were like blown away. And actually, first I asked people who they would want on, and like when I'm like, hey, who do you want to see on the MBH podcast? People are like they'll say any names, and your name came up multiple times.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like, okay, all
Yo,
right.
Steiny kills me, bro.
That's sick.
Thoughts on Steiny by Steiny. I mean, we spoke about that.
Okay, hold on. Thoughts on Steiny? Just
Yeah, we can go through it, though.
Regardless of any other questions we asked, thoughts on Steiny? Give us the rundown.
I love Steiny. Sometimes he's a little shit. We play Fortnite together often. We have deep talks a lot. Me and him, I feel like we could just tell each other anything, but then I feel like sometimes we piss each other off.
Yeah. So he's kind of
like a brother-sister
I was gonna
vibe?
say, it sounds like a
I
brother.
guess,
Yeah. Fucking Steiny.
But I do like love him at the end of the day. He's
Yeah.
I love
Good
Steiny.
heart. I feel like he has a good heart.
Who is your favorite, most reliable member of the full Send Now team? Obviously, besides Steve.
I was gonna say Steven.
Of
but
course.
Probably. I mean, I feel like Gabe. Obviously, he's like on top of his shit.
Like I was gonna say, is there anyone else that you're close with in the crew?
Not really. Like, not really.
Yeah.
I'm not
I mean,
too close to any of them, but I could talk to them about whatever.
Anything. Yeah.
I don't
Different
know.
lives.
If you
Yeah.
could hang out with anyone dead or alive, who is it gonna be?
Hang out. Huh. Maybe like Marilyn Monroe, because I am curious to know her personality. She's like known for being beautiful and natural, but I want to know what she was like.
That's true.
Yeah, I haven't done my research on her, but I want to know if I think she partied.
Yeah, she partied. That's for sure.
She's like so fucking iconic.
She partied. She
Yeah.
partied.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think it'd be cool to chill with her and like just see how she acts.
Okay.
And anyone alive? Anyone alive that you'd want to link up with? Maybe for a YouTube video. Maybe we can clip this and get someone on the channel.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
She's like,
I
"Bro."
would like to meet Trump.
Yeah.
I've never met him. but
True.
Yeah, I don't know like how the conversation would go because he's very like.
What would you ask him? What would
I
you?
don't know. Like I think I would just like to be in the same room as him to say that I have him because
Yeah.
like he's dope. But yeah.
So
I don't
we
know.
got a Trump supporter here.
He's just.
All praise
Trump supporter?
I'm not really like in the political. Like I don't know shit about it, but I do like Trump. I think he's funny.
Yeah. Okay. I rate that. Fuck
What
Biden.
What are the top 3 challenges you had growing up? It's pretty good.
Probably
It's pretty deep.
oh my gosh. I never asked for anything, I remember, because my mom had worked like 2 jobs and was like so hardworking, and I didn't feel like we were struggling, but like I knew that we weren't in any position where I could just like get what I want. So I remember that. What was the question? Struggles?
Yeah, I would say like your top 3 challenges or struggles.
Challenges.
Yeah.
I was an only child, so I had to learn how to entertain myself like a lot because again, my mom was working a lot of the time. And then the third one, I don't know.
Yeah. I guess just probably like, I would imagine probably finding like your way, like what the fuck you're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was the first person in my family, like my grandma, great-grandma, mom, like to go even graduate high school. So I was always thinking like, am I actually going to graduate high school and go to college? Like, am I actually going to do this? Because I don't know anyone in my family that has. So
That's
that was
crazy.
like, I don't know if that was a struggle, but that was like a thought that went through my head often.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from obviously a male. How should a man go about finding a solid woman who supports them and what they do? So pretty much what you have been doing for Steve for a long time. What does a guy have to do to find that, right?
Yeah.
Kind of just be an open book all the time. And if like she's ever disagreeing with your ways, then that's how you know it's just not going to work. I don't know.
But did you ever disagree with the way things were?
Yes. Like when yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold
That's
on. Keep going. No, keep going. Keep
I
going.
fucking hate when he makes stripper jokes. It makes me want to punch myself in the face. I'm like, can you not embarrass me and make hooker jokes and stripper jokes and all that? But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know.
What's your
it is
take-
kind of funny. Like if I wasn't his girlfriend, I'd be like, that's kind of funny.
What's your take on that though? What's your take on the stripper stuff? Like, does that bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me.
I know
but
there's
all
girls who
think-
don't like that. Girls are like, I don't want my man ever even going to a strip club or looking at another woman. Like,
I don't know why, but like I could give a fuck less if he went to the strip club and I wasn't there and went with his friends. But it's like, but then sometimes I'm like, is this embarrassing? Like, but I don't know.
I think life is what you make it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
yeah, it comes down to like, again, like it's all perception. Like if you see it as cool, then it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? If
I don't think it's really like a crazy bad thing, but if it gets like excessive, then maybe it becomes a problem. But
Sure.
it's like maybe he actually hasn't been to the strip club in a really long time. But I used to get a little salty over those, like, I don't know.
the vids,
Yes, like the marriage proposal prank. He
Yeah.
actually, like the original prank was supposed to be him bringing home a stripper and saying,
Yep.
this is my new girlfriend. And like,
You were like, nah. You were like, nah.
Yeah, I
not
was
doing
like,
it.
it just puts me in such an uncomfortable position. Like, because I know it's not real, but I don't know how I'm supposed to be acting. And like, I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
done
yeah.
a good job though with like you're reacting to certain things. Like I think you've been chill.
That's good. Thanks.
Yeah. Like,
I think I know there's
Good
one
to
there. If so, I don't know. A couple people ask this. If someone is thinking about starting an OnlyFans, let's say a girl,
yeah.
would you tell them to do it? A, and B, what would you tell them? Like, what would be the best way to launch it and kind of just like grow it?
I am all for like anybody can start an OnlyFans and if you just have to post things that you don't feel guilty about posting. Yeah. And the best way to launch it is probably to do collaborations with your friends that already have an OnlyFans. And if you don't have any friends that have an OnlyFans, then I guess just tease it on every social media platform you have. It's obviously going to be like a different outcome depending on who you are.
Yeah.
But
you should run a Katie Sigmund x Celina Smith collab.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
We gotta make that happen.
Blow
We're gonna
up.
make that happen. Hey, you heard it here first. Hey, when it happens, you gotta credit us. We should make that happen.
That'd be sick. She seems like a really dope girl. Cause like I also don't want to like collab with people who I don't think I'd vibe with, but I feel like I'd vibe with her. She's cool.
You would. She is cool as fuck. So down to earth. Killing it.
I'm gonna ask you about the shrooms because I'm just interested. When did you start taking shrooms?
I don't take them regularly, but I feel like my first time taking them, I was probably like 20. I don't take them often, but whenever they're offered to me and I'm in a good environment and like with my friends, I'll be like, yeah, why not?
Like, are you like the more of like the microdose, or are you like, let me like take a nice
Give me 5
chunk
grams,
of fucking
yeah.
shrooms and let me get like high?
No, I'll always just microdose because
Okay.
yeah.
What does it do for you? Like what I always like asking people this. What do you think shrooms does for you? Like your mindset maybe or the way you feel? Because I think it does a lot when people micro or even take 3-4 grams at a time. Like we've done it. But what do you think it does for yourself?
For me personally, I feel like it just makes me happier. I can see people's. I hope I don't freak you guys out. I can see people's like auras for some
Yeah,
reason.
no, that's definitely like something that it does for sure.
Yeah, when I was looking at Brad, I think it was like orange or green, but I would see this like ring around him, and I thought it was so trippy, and I can see it around everyone I look at, but I don't feel like any type of fucked up. I just feel like kind of happy and
Does it feel like it opens like your mind up more, like you're more open-minded and you're more willing to see, I guess, things for what they are? For me, like after we did a good macro that one time.
We did a lot of shrooms.
And after that time, I feel like I was more aware of like everything around me, more aware of the people, like even their intentions and stuff like that. Do you ever feel that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I do. But I've always it's always been like good intention people that I'm around. Thank God when I do it, but
Yeah. No, you can't be around you got to be around people that are like very very like helpful when you're on shrooms, or they got to be on shrooms too. Either way.
Yeah, I'm very picky with who I surround myself with when I'm doing stuff like that and just in general.
It needs to be a good environment, a good group of people. But I think it, like the whole goal of it is like to just open your mind to different things, and that's how you kind of like. I know I haven't necessarily had that experience. I've had different ones, but like where you're saying you see like an aura. You can kind of like understand people
Well, you see
on a
people's
different
energy.
level.
Yeah.
It's an energy thing.
Like Brad, ever since I did shrooms with him on that podcast, he is a very empathetic person. Like he will,
true.
Yeah.
But do you think he was always empathetic, but you just notice it now because you maybe opened your mind up to understanding the people around you more?
I think he always has been, but I notice it a lot more now.
That's
like
dope.
I'm like, oh, I see you're empathetic.
Which he is. He really is. He really is. How much does she spend on weed weekly? Wow. She said she loves weed on Raw Talk. So you smoke weed?
Yeah, I smoke weed every day.
Same. Yeah, same.
Yeah, but I haven't like bought weed in a really long time, Steven or I. I don't know where we get our weed from.
You probably just get sponsored shit, like just
here.
sent.
You're like, all right.
Yeah, well, we have like a really dope guy, Nelson, who helps us with everything. I would say he's like a driver / assistant / everything. He's the best, but he always just brings us some weed when we're out, and it's something we don't really have to worry about. But I also have my medical license.
Oh, shit.
So
Yeah.
I probably would spend a lot.
A lot.
Have you always smoked weed?
Yeah, like since I was 14.
Yeah. Okay. Same. Yeah, I was the same.
I wish I
you
started.
came a
I
little
wish I
earlier.
started back then.
You came a little earlier.
I always
a
tell
little
you
later.
that. Yeah, I always tell you that. I wish I started a bit.
But like,
earlier.
are you a like smoke weed, chill, eat, watch a movie, or are you like a smoke weed and I can like still function during like my day type of smoker?
It's funny because I used to go to the gym high. Like, I used to do everything high.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I used to wake up and just smoke weed and go about my day. But ever since I started filming, I can't be on camera high. I don't
Facts.
know.
That's a
I feel
fact.
so weird. I don't know, like, what it is.
We used to actually like smoke before podcasts. And
I kind of fucked us all one time.
Yeah, we had one really bad experience.
Yeah.
There was actually, we filmed a podcast that the only one ever that we never put out. We've only filmed the one podcast that we never put out, and we were so high. And it was the world's worst. Like, it probably could
He
go
was
down
just
as,
saying shit, and I would just repeat it. It was just me and him. Like, we were just talking.
Yeah, it
and he
was
was just
so
saying
bad.
shit, and I was just repeating it. I'm like, we watched it after. I'm like, bro, this cannot go out, dude. But there's a difference between smoking before and smoking during the podcast. That's what we noticed.
Yeah.
Because you're already in the podcast vibe, and then you smoke. You're,
But I
you're
think,
kinda
but I
blessed.
still think we haven't done it since that time. And I think that's because it's just
No, we've
not
done it. We've done it.
being,
We did a host episode. Yeah,
but I don't know. Like, yeah, I agree. Being high on camera is different.
It is. Like, I don't want to say that I get anxiety or anything,
Well, yeah,
but
you
I
do.
start cringing at myself.
You're like
Yeah.
paranoid. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'll just say something and be like, ew.
Did that make
Did I-
fucking
yeah,
sense?
did I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
say
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're
That's
definitely.
so funny.
Yeah,
I think
we're
I
not doing
got a
that.
good one here.
We're not doing that anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a Miami question. What's living in Miami like, and would you recommend moving there? Yes.
I don't think it's for everybody. It's a very, like, fast-paced lifestyle. Like, I wake up in the morning at 8 a.m. and there's all these people jogging and just going about their day fully dressed. And I think it motivates you, though. Like, if you live here and you are, like, working on a goal or something, you see all these people working around you, and it's kind of motivating. It's
see
more
that, too.
motivating than living in LA and living in Orlando.
Yeah, I think if you want, like you said, it's not for everybody, but if you want like that lifestyle of like being successful and networking and meeting all these people, whatever, it's probably a good place to be.
Even like fitness too. Everyone's just working out all
That's
the time.
the one
here.
thing we always say.
It's
'Cause
crazy,
We're
like-
from Toronto. Like,
Yeah.
We're from Canada. I love Toronto, but I hate it at the same time. But it's you come here, and because there's no like winter, like where you don't get to like hide under like a hoodie and a jacket.
and have bulking season.
Everyone here is fucking fit, and then you're like,
Yeah.
you're just like, I can't be the only fat person.
It's true. On South
Like,
Beach.
yeah,
I
you know
know.
what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what we've noticed. Like,
Does that
everyone's
shit?
so
Does that
fit
shit
here.
motivate you as well? Like getting out there, seeing people driving nice cars, people working out. It feels like everyone just go here. I mean, that motivates me. Does it motivate you?
It motivates me to like be better on my self-care. Not so much like work-wise, I've noticed, because yeah, I just go to the gym and all the girls have like the fattest asses and they have such tan skin, and so it's helped me like better keep up with myself and
Yeah.
like fit that into my schedule. But as far as filming YouTube videos and doing that type of things, I don't see a lot of people doing it around here. But
True.
That's true.
That's actually
I just
true.
seen Shaney. Shaney's just out here doing street interviews. But,
But
no,
LA's more like that, I think.
true.
right?
yeah,
But I just don't like the people in LA. I don't like the city.
I didn't
to be
have a
honest.
good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't had good experiences about it. But
I didn't have a
anyways,
good time.
is it time for the question?
Give it.
Okay. Selena, this is the Money Buys Happiness podcast, the MBH podcast. Do you believe money buys happiness?
I feel like people who say that money doesn't buy happiness are trying to like take away from like the uprise of the broker people. So I don't want to say that it doesn't buy happiness, but it gives you like different types of problems.
True.
Or not problems, but you're just
No, but you're right. No, but you're right. And I agree with that. Like,
I should have like
it's different. It's listen, as a fucking human being on this planet, you're always going to have problems.
yeah.
It's just like with money, they're just different problems. Yeah, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
More money,
they're-
more problems.
Yeah, I wouldn't say more though. I think
it's
it's the same amount. They're just different problems.
Yeah, it's like oh fuck.
Would you rather be okay? Here's how you're gonna answer the question. Would you rather be back home Twitch streaming and working at Hooters, or where you are today?
No, I'd rather be where I am today, but to say it's all sunshine and rainbows, it's not. Like, everyone
course.
always
Yeah.
has problems. Grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, I remember living in LA, being so bored, and I used to be jealous of my friends back home who were working at the bars and hanging out and all this stuff while I was, like, inside working. And then they would be saying the same thing to me, like, oh my God, I'm so jealous you live in LA and you're, like, inside working. Like, we have to go out. So the grass is always greener, but it's definitely, like, yeah, whoever says money doesn't buy happiness is lying. But
Yeah. See, there you go. That's a
They
fact.
lying.
We're gonna put that
Okay.
on a T-shirt.
What can we expect from you in the next couple months? What can all your fans expect?
Just a ton of consistent uploads on YouTube. Like, I'm going to be uploading every single week. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. Christmas is coming, so I'm going to have a really dope Christmas episode. And yeah.
Lit.
Okay.
Sounds
Consistent
good.
content.
Sounds
That's what,
good.
listen, it's what the people want. So
Yeah.
Way to give it to him.
And check me out on Twitch, on
Yep.
my OF.
Yes.
We're gonna drop all your links.
Yeah, we'll drop all the links. We'll show you that love. But Selena,
And Donald has Instagram too.
Yo,
Yeah.
Donnie's got IG.
what's his IG? Show the IG out.
Mr. Donald Jr.
Let's go.
I fuck with that.
We'll toss that up.
Donnie's living good. I'm not gonna lie.
He's like probably
The
the
king.
happiest dog ever.
King.
He's
He's just like
never
running
alone.
around everywhere, chilling, popping around.
Yeah.
But Selena, we appreciate you doing this
Yeah.
for real. Like I said, a lot of people wanted it. I know we had this planned earlier. Things didn't work out, but always for a reason. This has been.
We'll even run it back after a few months.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
I was
After
gonna
you,
say.
you do a bunch of content, maybe do some more fucking
Maybe-
runway
maybe-
shit. I don't know. You're doing everything. So
maybe
yo, we
maybe,
could
maybe like
run it back.
beginning 2023 after your big Christmas episode, we'll run it back.
Yeah.
Follow up, see what's going on. But yeah, appreciate you coming out. Appreciate you doing this. Appreciate you inviting us
To the man cave.
to the man cave, showing us around the Happy Dads. Thank you so much.
Donnie, I love you.
Thank
Done.
you guys for having me.
No, it's good. This
Anytime.
episode's gonna crush. I already know it's
Anytime.
gonna crush. And if you made it this far, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you, love you always. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Like, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you have any questions for Selena. We'll hopefully get them answered for you. And let us know if you want her back. We'll bring her back round 2. Noosh?
We out.